Good morning from Jasper, where it is bright and sunny, a little bit chilly, but I think you can see from this why I just love this location and love this hostel. You get to stay here, a little bit close to the train tracks, but it doesn't bother me. And this is the view you wake up to every morning for $98 a night Canadian, about 70 US, I think. That's a deal that's hard to beat for a private room. I'll show you a bit later. Right now, gonna go for a drive. Jasper is an old railroad town, and that is evident just riding down the Maiden Drag here. The train station is here on the right, with some old train carriages, old locomotive. These things used to make it all the way up and down the Rocky Mountains. And there, I think that is the Rocky Mountaineer, which is one of the passenger excursion trains that comes through this way. Driving up to Maligne and Medicine Lakes. Gorgeous drive for a day like today when my back is bothering me a bit and I don't want to hike too much. Medicine Lake, not very full this time of year, but that is typical. It fills up with the snowmelt that has just recently begun. I've heard that the lower canyon flooded just this past week with the beginning of the melt, which unfortunately means that hiking the frozen canyon will not be possible on this trip. I knew that before I came. Unfortunate, but couldn't make it earlier in the season. We'll have to do that next year. And I'm standing here on a lake. Yes, this is a lake. That's a dock over there. That's me over here. That's another dock off in the distance. And I'm standing on the lake. Wasn't really expecting to be able to do that this late in the season, but the nights have been cold and it stayed frozen. So a little bit of a walk on a lake here. Checking the ice. Looked like it was melting, but no, it's not. Impressive. I'm enjoying this. Staying on the trail, such as it is. There have been some people cross-country skiing out here. Met them in the parking lot. Met some of them in the parking lot. And just enjoying the hike. You just can't beat this scenery anywhere. I've been all over the world, and there's nothing like it. Canadian Rocky fantasy. I did come prepared for this. Some chains for my boots, if you will. Making for some very nice traction, actually. Surprised. I think they were $29 on Amazon. No complaints. Whew. That's the summer lodge over there. Closed this time of year. In the summer, when the lake is not frozen, there are boat excursions from there as well. Not much going on there today, as far as I could tell. The parking lot was closed. Well, that was a beautiful walk on a beautiful lake, and now back in the parking lot where it's time for lunch. These clean canteen containers just keep things hot all day long, as I learned on some motorcycle trips earlier this year, or really later last year, I should say. Just wonderful. They can keep soup ready from the morning, at least through lunch, and then even later. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my hiking poles, which I may have to come back with, because it was a wonderful hike out onto the lake, and I may make it again. A bird just showed up. Hang on. Likes the car. Anyway, it's a beautiful sunny day. We're supposed to get some clouds, which should make for some more interesting photography opportunities over the next day or two. And I'll be looking for those. May even have to extend the stay a day. Wouldn't that be horrible? Anyway. Here in downtown Jasper, exploring on foot this time, doing a little bit of shopping for dinner. And as I said when I got here, Jasper is an old CN railroad town close to the Continental Divide, so this is the top of the route, as it would be, the top of their main line. It's where a lot of trains stop, get reorganized. They rearrange locomotives to go up versus down, and up one side versus the other. So quite a bit of history, and quite a bit of it documented here by the railroad depot. It's smaller than it used to be. Modern rail requires a lot less than it did back in the day when they were running steam. Well, this is a bit of the local history. An old CN locomotive. These used to run up and down the Rocky Mountains. Built in 1923. Steam locomotive mountain type class U1A. So they did make special locomotives just to handle this challenging route. You don't really realize how huge these things are until you're right up close. Those wheels are almost as tall as I am, or might be as tall as I am. It's up on rails, a little difficult to tell. There's a more modern version. This is some of the Via Rail equipment. Definitely the slow season, but that's nice. It's why I'm here.